We are live here on the stream.tv, so that means you hit that hashtag RHOAAS and let us know what you think. And this episode was called Hello, Mr. Chocolate. Should have been called Bye-Bye, Mr. Caramel, because the proof is in the chocolate pudding. I'm one of your hosts, Channon Dade, and to my left, I have my girl, Nadia Beddini.
Hello.
And to my far right, Miss Megan Thomas.
What's up?
And to my immediate right, Shawn Richardz. All right, let's start out talking about Miss Claudia and her tears for Portia.
Wow.
Ladies, do you think that was genuine as far as Claudia was concerned? I know Nadia got something to say about it.
Yeah, I think the tears were not really for what she said it was. She tried to claim that she got bullied in school. She associated that fight with Portia with being bullied in school. But I think the tears were mostly because that little fight, it's messing with her job and it's messing with her money. So, you know, it's frustrating. So it was tears of frustration and, you know,
so
more
you don't
anger.
think it was towards Portia?
It was not really being, I don't think, I mean, it's not like Portia teased her for something. She didn't call her, like NeNe said, like a half breed or a mutt or something like that. So I think it was more because it's messing with the job.
Okay.
And that's why she brought up the Ricky Smiley family and all that.
And all that. What about you ladies?
You know what? Here's the problem that I have with that because, I mean, I love Claudia to death. I absolutely love Claudia.
Yes.
But the problem is, not everybody needs to be your friend, okay? And unfortunately, it doesn't matter. You're not going to be friends with everybody on your job. You still have to make it work. If they don't want to be your friend and they don't want to talk to you, get over it. Make it work. You can still do your job without having so much drama. I feel like it's more her issue than it is Portia, because Portia's like, we don't have to be cool. I'm good. I just got to do my job. And then Claudia has an issue with that. Girl, you better stop talking to her. I'm sorry.
Let it go.
No, I completely agree with you. I think Claudia needs to move on. They're not going to be friends. They need to work. They have a very quick work relationship. They work in passing. They don't work together.
Right.
I agree with you. Not everybody needs to be friends
We agree
at
with
all.
Portia. We agree with Portia.
I honestly think it's a little bit
And I believe Claudia. I think Claudia was extremely frustrated. I could see her being frustrated, but you don't need to be friends with Portia. Y'all don't need to be in the holding the hands and the praying.
Well, I think too that
That's Ricky Smiley for you.
I know. What did he say? It's hard to pray for the thick.
I know. I like that, but I mean,
but I think too it was a bigger pain for her in terms of the whole. Like, she brings this up, but here in the U.S. and Nadia, you have a different opinion about it. But here in the U.S., there's a lot of pain with light skin versus dark skin. And matter of fact, she was in a movie that Oprah produced about light skin girls.
Right, but here, look, I'm a mixed girl as well. And so I have had the same issues as her, but this was not the case, just like Nadia said. Nobody was teasing her. Nobody was teasing her in this situation about being a mixed girl.
Just as far as women and being friends.
That's what I think she was talking about. She was talking about, she's equating it back to high school. This is a very high school
I just think she pushed it a lot also to have a storyline. Like you said, Megan, you had somebody commenting on, you know, she got the peach, but still, you know, she stole the peach from Portia, but still in relation, like her whole storyline is based on Portia.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Well, whose fault do you think it is as far as bringing the drama to the workplace? Peaches, hashtag RHOAAS, and let us know.
Claudia.
Yeah,
what
Claudia.
do you mean?
She, like Portia was saying, you know, I don't need this drama in the workplace.
She wants to be relevant. Unfortunately, she wants to be like.
They don't need to speak. They don't need to ever speak. Literally, if you think about it, she could go to the bathroom and there'd be a 5-minute interval. She never needs to even see her. So, I mean, it's fine.
And what's wrong with gummy bears? I have candies in my bag all the time.
Oh, we got to give a shout out to Shelly the cat. Love the cat. Love the chandelier, too. That chandelier was tight.
Your place is popping. We like it.
All right, moving on to our next topic, which is Miss Kenya and her producer friend, Brandon, friend of the show. Tell us, I want to first talk about the writing, the little bit that you heard about the writing. Did you think it was good writing? Hit the hashtag RHOAAS.
Okay, so I'll say this. I am so proud for Kenya to actually do this. Kenya to actually sit down and write her own script. You can't be a dummy to do that. It has to make sense.
It's very hard.
And as the people who are auditioning, it actually seemed like it was something interesting. You know, we got to see what it does. It seems like it can actually be cute.
I agree.
I'm a member of Women in Film, so I'm supportive of any women that's going to write anything. Writing a sketch is hard. A 5-minute sketch is hard. So for her to write a script, and if you saw the script, the shots of the script, it was like this much of a monologue. That character development. I
Right.
commend her. I don't know what
Right.
it sounds like. I don't know what it's going to look
I
like.
like that they're keeping it moving and she's moving forward and
Exactly,
actually in the
exactly.
moment of this. What did you think about the auditions? D Woods versus Cynthia versus the others. Who do you think was the best?
I know that's what I'm gonna do. If that was me, I'd be like, please, no, you do not have my permission
To record
this
any audition.
because I don't need nobody going, oh, she is horrible. Don't ever audition based on
That's
this.
what I'm saying. And listen. She's got Winston Sinclair, which is a really, really amazing casting director. So that's
Yes.
good. But what I don't like that whole editing of the actresses because I guarantee you they probably did a good job. But
But the one she said that did a good job, I thought
didn't
she
see
was the
edit-
worst.
I didn't see that. Yeah, the editing with that just made her look bad to me.
Okay, what about Cynthia?
I think
I
they
didn't
all got a
understand that.
part, but the problem is if the show is gonna happen. Because I really don't see it that interesting. I don't see a show about Kenya to be interesting. to
Really?
me.
Well,
and
it's
the
a-
fact
it's
it's
not a
also
true
really hard to write about yourself in a comedic way when you have no, irony towards yourself. I think Kenya takes herself really serious.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
it was
she's
supposed to be
always
a dark-
like,
I know, but
I
it's
do
supposed to be a
this.
dark- it's supposed to be
I
a
do
dark
that.
comedy.
She's always like, if you try to say like, maybe Kenya, she knows how to do everything. Like she tried to be a superwoman and she takes herself too seriously to do
No, but
that.
you can write comedy for yourself.
Right.
I mean,
You
Roseanne
can.
did it.
And I think she,
Yeah,
you know
so
what?
it's possible.
And I think we look at Kenya and feel like she is too serious because of how she is with the other women. But I think she's silly when she's in her own element with her friends.
When she's
it feels
comfortable.
like-
When she's comfortable.
Yeah,
in
and
a
I
comfortable
think
situation.
her putting a script together to kind of make fun of herself or kind of talk about herself, but not really, it's freeing because then she doesn't have to be truthful and say it for real.
But
She can
her
hide behind the
silliness
script.
is always on having like a big butt or being like, over the top. It's never like a silliness of being ugly or
This
just
is
woke
really
up with no
interesting
makeup.
because everything you're saying, I've been watching Celebrity Apprentice as we all have, and it's like the exact same things are happening. She puts her butt out there, and she made that comment about women can't support each other. Tell that to Vivica. All right, let's move on. To Kandi and Todd. Kandi
boy.
and Todd.
I didn't
First
see
of
that
all,
coming.
yeah, I didn't either. Do you?
No, I
Let's
did.
start with the first thing with Kandi and Todd, and Todd wanting. Is Todd wrong for wanting a little me time in LA by himself?
No.
I think Kandi, it's controlling, and that's the problem.
exactly.
Because usually a man could do whatever they want. They the businessman. Oh, I have to work a week more in LA. Nobody will be like, why? Where?
No,
What? Who?
exactly.
Let me see your schedule.
drive him away.
Like,
Yeah.
she is super controlling. She's the
Super
man of the
control.
situation, and I need counseling for them. Honestly.
Right.
I do not
This is all
agree.
the predictions. I'm sorry. These are some of the predictions that I gave before. I just feel that they did not really know each other. And to me, the trust,
Yeah.
and she's like saying maybe he was cheating on her. Come on. That's not the point. He just needs to get some time to himself and be and do his own thing. I hate when women are like that.
And I think, but she's been by herself for so long. So I think
So
for her,
have a lot of people. Maybe she should have
Nah,
not got
she
jumped
had
into
a lot of
relationship.
boyfriends.
No, I'm
She
saying
had-
being alone. Okay, so it's different having a boyfriend versus being married to somebody. This is her first marriage, and on top of that, as a woman, as a wife, she's had to be a boss. So
Yeah.
a lot of times for women, especially black women, we have to be bosses in the field.
Yeah.
But then when we come home, we're expected to automatically turn it off. That's a skill. And a lot of women have not mastered that skill. And we see
Clearly.
Kandi is
Okay.
having an issue with that skill
Yeah.
because even when she had the conversation with Carmen about
Yes.
how Todd got mad
Yeah.
because she said
Asked
she
the
needed to go ask
question.
somebody else something that she just asked Todd. She didn't get why he would get mad, and we
Yeah.
all sat
Very,
here
it was like, that's very
"Girl, you done
emasculating.
took the man's testosterone.
It's very emasculating. Very
She did.
emasculating.
Yeah, and
You
like
know?
her friend said, you didn't have to tell him. You don't have to tell your man everything, and he doesn't have to tell you
I agree.
everything.
There has to be mystery always in a relationship
They
in some
do.
sort
They
of way.
need counseling though. Absolutely.
so
You
do
need
you
counseling
think-
not a good thing
beforehand.
right now.
Speaking of counseling, do you think they should have premarital counseling, or do you think that counseling can help them survive now?
All of the above.
All of the above.
You should, even when
Especially
things are
quick
good.
courtships. Quick
Yeah.
courtships like that, you should do.
I kind of think he's over because if after a few months of marriage you need counseling.
These are things that you should have
I mean,
discussed.
to me, you have to be happy with a person. You have to want to be with somebody. You don't have to think about counseling. Like, you do counseling with your family because you have to live with your family.
And you
But
have to have that
live with your
family.
husband.
No, you don't have
If
to.
your mama is
But
down
you
the
don't
street,
have to.
I'm saying.
I
but
think
she
the
doesn't
couns-
want to go to her mother and tell her that
Oh, she-
anything
oh,
her mother is
no.
wrong. You
Like,
know what I mean?
before they
Anything she
make
did
a
was right.
child, before
And this is
they
somebody
are
who wanted to
connected
go to
for
a
life,
fertility clinic
if
last
you
week.
guys
Wait a minute.
have to have counseling after 2 months, you don't have to be
But
together.
no, but I disagree. I completely disagree because I'm one of the people that believes that if you should have counseling even when things are good.
Yeah.
Always.
And the
I
reason you
agree,
should do that is
but-
because even when they're good or when they're bad, when you're doing it when you're bad, you're already behind the ball.
You're way behind
So
the ball.
I'm like, look, every month, whether things are good or bad, we need to go see our counselor. We need to do that
Check
before we get married,
it.
while we're married, 20 years down the line.
True.
Every month.
Okay, but quickly, I want to know, having sex once a week, is that the average? Hashtag RHOAAS. Ladies, yes or no?
Well, it depends on what your schedule is.
Yes or no?
I'm married.
I wouldn't
and
be
it just-
mad. I wouldn't be
I wouldn't be
mad
mad.
for sex
Listen,
once a
we've
week.
got-
Yeah,
It's not that
I've
bad.
seen studies that do say once a week is average for most married couples.
It could
Okay.
be 4 times a week or once a week. It really
just
depends
didn't have
on
a
what's
problem
going
with
on.
that.
Finesse Kandi, like Todd, he finessed her. Is that like?
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
kind of tricked her. He gave her all that sex before, like, hey,
He got it
marry
in. He
me.
sealed that deal. And then, like,
He
the
tricked her.
Right.
Okay, that would be a problem in my house. All right, the next topic, the main topic, Apollo and Phaedra. Mr. Chocolate is in the house. Do you think Phaedra has made up Mr. Chocolate, or is Mr. Chocolate real?
Okay, well, I've been looking at some of the blogs, and what
Okay,
they
now if
say-
the blogs were not involved, would you think?
I would think if I
Honestly.
didn't know, just seeing those text messages for face value as Apollo showed them, yes, I would believe that she had another guy.
Okay.
But the blogs are saying it's actually her friend, a girl that everyone calls Chocolate. So that's why it says Chocolate in her phone. Some of those texts, I was like, would you say that to your homegirl? I don't know.
I honestly think Apollo made it up because he's crazy, and we know, like, he goes talking to Phaedra with the thing on his hand, with the bzzz.
Or the drill. The drill.
I think it's real. I think it's real because
He's
she
like-
said he's an African man. By the way, if you're African, go to Atlanta. You will be
You're
popping
winning.
off.
You are
winning.
Kids are doing it up in Atlanta.
And you have a weird
African.
name in Atlanta. Mr. Bun, Mr. Paul,
Yeah.
Mr.
I
Bob.
think he either made it up or they are keeping the story going, because also the fact that she want to change the lock the same exact day Apollo needs to report, like she couldn't do it the next day.
And
No,
especially
she should have
that
did it before he left. Like
Right,
way
right.
before, not when the
Right.
day he leaves.
Exactly.
way before or the day after he leaves.
or a
But
week
I feel like,
after.
what is the danger that she's gonna have?
That's what I'm saying. Why does she need to change it like when he's in prison?
Exactly.
He's not coming back for 8 years.
So hit that hashtag RHOAAS
This
and
is
let us know what you
crazy.
think, because we
You
could
know-
go on and on about Apollo and this whole incident. We're going to take a quick little break, but we'll
Quick.
be right back. So don't go anywhere with our Twitter followers.
Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Just in case you missed it live.
Oh, just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, I'm doing something right now.
So we're all super excited.
This is dancing.
So what would that be, like a 7?
I cannot. I literally cannot. You guys have got to get it together.
Don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Hate the contract you didn't get.
He's a coward. He's a giant chicken shit.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's going to be like hurricane. Whoa.
Watch out for those girls. They are gagging them.
Hold the phone,
Hold on.
bro.
That the more brutal you are, the more power you have.
Right.
That was sexy. It was hot. It was heated. I was into it.
You are going to be the most high-paid hooker in the world.
Go ahead and invite your friends and everybody. Tell your mama. Tell them don't ahead, turn the stove off and get up on the computer so we can get on stream.tv.
Thank you again for joining us, and until next week, bye-bye.
Hey, Peaches, we are back. We're back with some of our YouTube shout outs. Megan, do we have any YouTube shout outs?
Yes, thank you so much, everyone, for shouting us out on our page. D-Red, even though you threw us some shade, hey, we still love you. We love you anyway. We love you. Only the Strong, Gladys Erzuli, Candy Yuri, and Caprice Floyd. What up, Caprice? What's up, girl? Yes.
We have any questions?
We do. This comes from one of our favorites, at Pink Lady Ebony on Twitter.
We love you.
And she asked the questions, do you ladies think Apollo is being truthful about Phaedra?
Yeah, I think so, absolutely. Phaedra just needs to use her candy-coated tools and get over it.
I don't know. I think he's a little crazy, you guys.
He is. It's natural that he's crazy right now. He's about to go to prison for 8 years, and she's tripping, changing all the locks and stuff. I don't feel sympathy for what he did, but he is crazy. Wouldn't you be crazy? You're about to go to jail.
What about Apollo telling Aiden the night before that he's going to
Oh
prison?
my God, he has a meltdown. Could you imagine?
That was immature. That was really immature.
That was just a deuce, like a dig. You know what I mean?
Because now the little boy he's gonna think like, oh my gosh, police are killing my daddy.
Right.
And now they're gonna. They just like to shoot at people. But I'm saying like, as a little boy, he shouldn't be
Well, give him
concerned with
some
that.
awareness. Okay. Nowadays things like that happen.
Well, let's give the rest of our YouTubers a shout out that have been with us throughout the week. We got Rianne Renfro, we got Princess Amberella, also Eric Brunson, and Stephanie Elliott, and Reg Lavcour, and LBDR333. That's Fiona. She causes her toxic weirdos. And
Toxic
Kit
weirdos.
Sinyard, we thank you so much. And BlackRock3316. And don't forget, make sure you subscribe to the Stream.tv. We're right here. Hit that button because we want you to subscribe so you can see us every week with no flow, no problems. Let's go to our first Twitter question of this week, which is from All About the Tea at All About the Tea. They took a poll. Who believes Apollo would burn down the house? I don't think so.
You know, I think jail make you really crazy.
And the thought of jail.
You know, he'd been in jail before, so that messed with his mind.
Always.
And he's about to go again for 8 years. It's crazy to me.
I think he would burn the house down, but I think he would do it when Phaedra's not there, when the kids aren't there, only because he's like, hey, if he really did care about his kids, he might say something really twisted like, I'm going to get you guys some insurance money since I'm not going to be there. This is my contribution while I'm in prison. I can see him doing something crazy like that.
But I don't think he would burn down. Let's go on to our next Twitter question, which is Real Housewives at Real_Housewives. If Roger won't be there for his girlfriend, quote unquote, why would he be there for Kenya? That's a valid point. That's a very valid point.
He has been there for Demetria.
They were on the red carpet recently,
They were on the red carpet recently.
After 8 years?
Not everybody likes to be in front of the camera.
He's not supposed to be in front of the camera.
Especially
He's an executive
work
producer.
behind
He's
the
a
camera.
behind-the-scenes type of dude, and he didn't see any real profit in producing Kenya's project.
Yes,
That's what
he was
I
like
think.
zero.
But I'm saying it's a whole different story from like, I want to be behind the scenes, so I want to be non-existent as your man.
Yes.
That's totally different.
For 8 years. All right, moving on to our next Twitter question, which is from actually Kandi Burruss. Am I saying that right?
Burruss.
Yeah.
Burruss. At Kandi, retweeted at Lady BL Knowledge. She said, "Aw, at Kandi is crying off her Chanel mascara. Did anyone else see it? The irony in her sweatshirt." This is from last episode.
What did she have on?
Her sweatshirt said, "I would cry, but I'm wearing mascara by Chanel." So, and she was crying with Chanel. I thought that was cute.
Oh, yeah. Then we
missed it.
Well, she's been crying a lot lately.
But we did not miss our Twitter followers. Make sure you hit that hashtag RHOAAS and ask us questions throughout the week. We love your questions. Let's give a shout out to Bevy. Meet us at Sunshine221272 and Stacey Williams at Just Stacey W. We also have Cujo Jason at Cujo Jason and Joanne Antoine at Just Joe 2013. We have Ron Diesel at Ron Diesel 12 and Fiona at Blue Living Life. Fiona and Worldwide Celeb at the WW Celeb, and of course Zoe's Ventique at Zoe's Ventique, hooking us up with the clothes, and our one and only Brandon D. Shazer at Brandon D. Shazer. We love you so much. Hey Peaches, don't go anywhere. Make sure you send us the tweets throughout the week with the hashtag RHOAAS. We gotta get your questions. We love your questions. So make sure you send it to any of the hosts on the show, and we will see you next week, Peaches. We love you. Bye.
I'm tweeting now, guys.
For more of the Real Housewives of Atlanta after show, just hit the subscribe button at thestream.tv.